Definition of communication: the imparting or exchanging of information or news. The successful conveying or sharing of ideas and feeling. Social contact: means of connection between people or places in a particular. According to Brian Tracy, communication is a skill that you can learn. It's like riding a bicycle or typing. If you are willing to work at it, you can rapidly improve the quality of every part of your life. Nature and process of communication. The essential elements of the process of communication are the message, the sender, encoding, the channel, the receiver, decoding, acting on the message, the feedback, and the communication of environment. Both the sender and receiver play a role in making communication effective. Various models of communications. Some of these are:
the most commonly taught and widely used theory of communication is that proposed by Wilbur Scrum in the late 1940s. The Scrum model views communication as a process that takes place between a sender or transmitter and a receiver. There will be also a message and a medium through which of the message can be transmitted. The receiver may have a method of sending feedback on the message to confirm that the message has been correctly received and understood, but noise and interference will affect both the ability of the message. Scrum model as a barriers but can't distract the exchanging information.
Weaver model of communication was created in 1948 when Claude L. Wood Shannon wrote an article of mathematical theory of communication. In Bell System Technique, journal with Warren Weaver, Shannon was an American mathematician, whereas Weaver was a scientist. Information source, getting information, transmitter, channel, receiver, decor, destination, and noise source. Example, sending a message to your loved ones was far from you.
Aristotle model is mainly focused on speaker and speech. It can be broadly divided into 5 primary elements: speaker, speech, occasion, audience, and effects. The Aristotle's communication model is a speaker has the most important role in it and the only one active. For example, you're having a speech on a birthday party, school, and etc.
In 1960, David Berlo expanded Shannon and Waters' linear model of communication and created the SMCR, that is sender message channel receiver of communication. When separated the model into clear parts and has been expanded upon by other channels. For example, just getting the sender giving message to receiver without feedback.
Transactional model is the process of continuous change and transformation where every component is changing, such as the people, their environments, and the medium used. Due to this, it assumes the communicator to be independent and act any way they want. It means that barrier can happen anytime and exchanging of information as well. Example, when you and friends having a conversation in public.
In the year of 1957, Bruce Wesley and Max Combs McLeans Jr. proposed a model of communication. This model of communication contexts two communication, which is interpersonal communication and mass communication. The difference between mass communication and interpersonal communication is, in interpersonal communication needs 2 or more people to communicate, while mass communication needs mass media to communicate or give an information. In this model, they give a view of communication process that any communication never start when we talk, but it will start when other will respond to the talk. Example on it: a daily newspaper. Newspaper will be published, be selected press due to the space constraints. The readers can directly respond to the client, or they can respond to the daily. If readers respond to the daily newspaper, it will communicate to feedback to concerned PR agency.
Ligands model. The communication model of ligands has the following: communicator, message, channel, treatment, audience, and response. The task of communication is to provide powerful incentives for change. Success at this task requires true understanding of the 6 elements of communication. A skillful communicator sending useful message through proper channel, effectively treated to an appropriate audience, respond to a desire. And this is for the following example: the communicator, message, channel, treatment, audience, and response. For example, when you are in a debate and you are arguing,